So I just finished an English class and I was asked a very interesting question. We were talking about the culture and I was kind of talking about the renaissance of the art. Rather, I was asked this question like, do I expect an art or cultural renaissance to happen? And if so, what would be the signs? How is it going to look like? So, my answer to that is I think that at the moment people are incredibly tired of fake ass celebrities, fake ass influencers, fake ass artists who are corporate megastars and whatnot. And I think that people are really, really longing for genuine art, genuine, deep conversations. Right? I think that we're already kind of experiencing an intellectual and philosophical renaissance. Right? For example, Jordan Peterson, currently one of the most important intellectuals in the world, who's touring the world, and people come to his shows just to hear him talk and give his insights and opinions on stuff. Right? So the podcast is one of the most important and one of the most popular genres in the world as of currently, right? So what do I make out of that? I do make out of that people are fucking tired of seeing these fake ass people, Hollywood, and people from there who have nothing genuine to offer, right? People are clearly longing for intellectual, deep conversations. So we're witnessing a philosophical renaissance, a cultural, an intellectual renaissance. Important conversations are taking place. Important, smart, thoughtful, insightful people are being listened to in masses, which is wonderful, right? And we have all the platforms for that, right? Because 15 years ago, not that many people used the internet. I mean, everyone knew about it, but it wasn't such a big thing as it is today, correct? Now everyone pretty much uses that, and all of the social media platforms have been hijacked by the corporations. We now have influencers getting cancelled, such as Mr. Beast. People who are just, really reminiscent of the folks that you see on TV and on radio. I mean, internet used to be a place for independent creators. Now it's been hijacked by all of these influencers and celebrities and corporations. Now, speaking of cultural renaissance, I think now that the internet is finally being used again as it was intended to, as a place to come, learn, converse, discuss, debate, right? Now, important intellectuals are given platforms. People are exposed to far better quality information than they ever used to be, right? And even though all of these social media platforms are getting increasingly more censored and people are getting cancelled for just having an opinion, right? Still, we do have almost unbounded access to very interesting conversations and opinions, right? So by the day, more podcasts are spawning, more intellectuals and thoughtful people are being invited and talked to and listened to. So people are exposed to this, right? People are being increasingly more exposed to this. And they're becoming increasingly more aware of the fact that the industry is fucked up, right? It's not that easy to manipulate the common folk into believing whatever garbage they are preached to or shown to in the on the entertainment or mass media channels, right? It clicks for people. It begins to click, right? Because people are exposed to better quality information. Now, since these conversations are taking place and people are being exposed to higher quality information as we speak, I think that it's just a matter of time before art is included in these conversations, because if a person is truly worth listening to and he actually has some valuable insight to offer, art is inevitably going to be a part of conversation, because art is genuinely one of the most powerful channels of influence on people's minds. And the governments have realized this a long time ago. That's why you see all of these motherfucking plans, as they're called, to influence people. I don't have to tell you all about it. Just look at everyone you're surrounded with. The Olympics in Paris. Stuff like that. Yeah. Culture is hijacked to give you propaganda. You know that. I don't have to tell you about it. Right, and since we are being exposed to higher quality conversations and higher quality people and intellectuals, I do expect art to be brought into these conversations increasingly more. And I do expect people to open themselves up to better art with time. Right now, another point that was brought up to me is that art is really competitive now, right? Because more people than ever are creating art at the moment. And I do agree, but there's one exception. Art did become more competitive, but at the same time, I think that art became far less competitive than ever. Because now, would you agree that most people are now programmed, less programmed to think in the box, to think in classes, categories, and genres? And would you agree that people now appreciate unique voices more than ever? Right? Even if you look at creators, right? If you're genuinely unique, if you actually offer some genuine high quality art or entertainment and you do it in such a unique way that pretty much no one else can replicate it, you have no one else to compete with except yourself. Your voice is unique and you are appreciated for that level of uniqueness. Ain't that right? I do believe it's right, you know. So, to me, since we are experiencing this intellectual and philosophical renaissance, people are longing for important conversations, deep, genuine conversations, and very important and deep ideas are brought into these conversations. It's only a matter of time before art becomes a matter of discussion, a wide, mass discussion, right? And then people are exposed to these ideas, they open themselves up to better art, they understand that the Hollywood and the industries are hijacked by corporate elites who want to fucking propagate their bullshit onto you, and all the propaganda and stuff. And then, since we have these platforms for independent creators, TikTok, YouTube, at least it used to be, and all the others, right? Now we have more means for independent yet viral distribution of art and information than ever. And even though they're being increasingly more censored by the day, still, they offer significantly more freedom than we've ever had before. There's more freedom and opportunity for virality for independent creators than ever in history before. So then, people are fucking tired of bullshit. Then people are exposed to genuine conversations with genuine people and deep thinkers. Art is brought into these conversations. People realize, oh, my favorite rapper is actually a fucking puppet who doesn't teach me anything useful about life and really only propagates destructive satanic ideas onto me. Wow, and I do have all these opportunities to consume art made by independent creators who have a soul, who are independent, and who are genuine. Wow, why don't I do that? And at that precise moment when all of these things click, I do expect the cultural renaissance to happen and the art to actually have meaning again. Do you understand me? And we will start associating art with something real, deep, and beautiful again. Do you feel me? It might be a long process, and I don't think that it's going to be an easy win against all of the Hollywood corporations and whatnot. But still, it all comes down to the awareness and awakening of consciousness, which is clearly taking place. More people are aware of the bullshit that's taking place behind the scenes than ever before. Right? I think if you're viewing this video, you've been viewing similar videos before. And podcasts with great thinkers. So we are getting smarter. We are getting more aware, even though it might seem like the opposite sometimes. Right? Perhaps the masses are getting numbered, but at the same time, the minorities who think are becoming increasingly more powerful and abundant by the day. So with that, I do believe the cultural renaissance has an opportunity to begin, because intellect and art are closely connected, the mind and the soul. And since the mind is experiencing the renaissance right now, it's only a matter of time before the soul is brought into the conversation, and then we have the opportunity for the cultural renaissance, because people are ready and open to receive, and they can actually tell genuine, great, beautiful art from satanic propaganda. There's that.